Hello everybody and welcome to the Super Mario Odyssey Any Open. Here we have the Division Deep Bracket. We have Rocks versus tobithd, and I am J707 and I am joined with the nurse Allison Rose.
How you doing, Jake?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Well, I'm good enough, but up here in the north, it's pretty cold. So,
Yeah. We also have our two racers in the VC, Rocks and tobithd. Is that how it's said? I don't know. But how are you guys feeling about the race?
Pronounced rocks. You got it right.
Okay.
I'm feeling pretty good. I haven't played the game in a hot sec, but I still feel pretty good.
Awesome.
good luck to you, and we'll see how the race goes.
So make sure for both of these racers that you guys ready up in the race time, and we'll be able to get this race started, and we'll be able to see some awesome gameplay.
Let me get a file set up. I forgot about that part of the game.
Yep.
Yeah, well, sounds like good. And if you wanna, either of you are using DSTA, you can go ahead and get that set up, and then you can mute your mics in Discord once you're ready to go.
Looks like we're getting started. Of course, both of these racers are in the D bracket, so a little less optimized PBs, but don't get it wrong. It still takes a decent amount of work to get a 111 and 112. Definitely nothing to scoff at. So should be looking forward to some pretty interesting gameplay. Looks like Rox is going for DSDA, so that'll be kind of cool to watch. Maybe it's a newer strat, get some time save on his PB. You could see a PB from both of these runners as well. That'd be very awesome to see.
We love PBs. We love good gameplay. Rox is a pretty big multi-Mario game player. You see him playing a lot of the 3D Marios, Galaxy, SM64, all of those good stuff. I don't know as much about Toby, but we'll be happy to learn.
These runners getting started. Starting off in Cap Kingdom. Obviously, not too much happening here. All we got is maybe we'll see a runner go for a left side. I don't know. It's pretty advanced for this level. But besides that, there's not too much going on. He's just kind of climbing up to get it through it as fast as possible.
Sometimes the players just like the swag strats. So,
Yeah.
sometimes they'll go for that just for just for swag, and I'm cool with that.
Yep. Yeah. We are off. Looks like both of these runners pretty good starts to cap. Obviously, like I said, there's really not too much that can go wrong. There is first person here. It's kind of a weird strat. What happens is with the lever, if you go into first person when the animation starts, it skips the camera panning like you saw on Toby's screen, and instead it just goes straight to the bridge rising. It saves like about a second. Honestly, it's a pretty good time save.
Yeah, well, hey, a second's a second, and in a speed run that's only an hour long, seconds can make a difference for sure.
Yeah, it's like these runners are going for the left side instead of opting to go around this right side. It's a little slower, about 2 or so seconds. You lose going this way, which obviously it's not very much. It is a pretty difficult trick. A very understandable not going for it at this level, because you're definitely gonna have a lot more bigger time saves that you could hone in on instead of just a 2-second one.
And if you miss it too, you're gonna be losing time compared to if you just gone up the right side.
For sure.
Some players, though, just want to look cool. And you
Mm-hmm.
know, I I'm all for it
Yeah, no hate.
if
No
it
hate.
works in their favor, though.
Mm-hmm. Rocks did have a little bit of a shaky topper, missing the jump on the hat.
Like
Unfortunately, this
Rock
is the
maybe
easier
eating
one.
cereal during this cutscene. Could be cereal, could be something else. I don't know. Um,
Yeah, it's pretty early in the morning for me. Sure it is for Rocks too.
Probably, yeah.
I
Gamers
say that, but
tend to be degens, but.
yeah, say that, but it is 12 o'clock. It feels like a lot earlier though.
And 12 o'clock is early for a gamer.
Yeah.
7 p.m. is also early for a gamer.
Might be a little stretching it, but you know,
You see Toby here heading up to the dino. This capture allows us to get up to the Madame Brood fight earlier. The intended way is to kind of go around the side of the kingdom and use a two-dimensional section to climb up higher and then cross a bridge to the fight.
I know
If you're
Skip
looking
is
to
one of
get into
the
SMO
early.
speedrunning, you can go ahead and do this as one of your first tricks that you try.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to do, and it doesn't require a whole lot of gaming expertise in order to be able to do it, so. Rox is doing a little rare char around here with the dino, trying to get its foot on the trampoline like he likes it.
There we go. It's like a little shaky gameplay from Rock so far. Messing up Topper, messing up Dino Skip. Maybe a couple nerfs coming in. Maybe it could be Rust as well. You never know.
He did say he hadn't been playing these games much recently. Which is probably getting ready for this SO2 that is coming up, and that is a multi-Mario speedrun that does not include SMO. So, yeah. Some of the other longer ones have SMO included in it, but the standard 602 does not.
Toby getting the final moon, exiting Cascade. Meanwhile, Rox just has the final one to get up on the cliff, and then we'll be in Sand Kingdom.
And another kingdom with a lot of different routes these gamers could be taking. So I guess we'll have to just see which way they go about it. We did see Rox set up for DSTA. Hard to say if he's gonna make it, though.
Thanks. Be pretty tight. If you can.
With
Yeah.
the trouble he had with the dino, I'm thinking he might not make it his offset.
Yeah, it doesn't. Might have to resort to just doing manual DST, or just do the beginner route as and all, like Toby's gonna be doing.
When you're using DSTA, you do have a certain amount of time where you have to plant the seed by in order for it to roll over before you hit 2 o'clock on your switch timer. So when you're doing that kind of route, you have to be consistent enough to be able to make that time.
Oh. Toby missing a fountain. Let's go first. Man, I haven't seen this route in a long time. It's been a while.
Yeah, Toby's gameplay is looking pretty clean so far. Had Toby gone for DSTA, he would have made it. but the route he chose does not have it in there.
Oh, Rock's missing the bird. Going in the pipe.
Yep. So do not go into sleep mode. Um, so Rox here is going into the manual switch clock. At least it looks like that. What he was gonna do, but I don't. Did it look like he finished it, Jay? I don't think he
I was
finished resetting his time.
trying.
Because what I thought he was gonna do was manually switch the time over, because he didn't make his window, but it didn't look like he made it all the way into the clock. Oh, I guess he did.
Maybe he's just that fast, you never know.
Maybe. I mean, I guess he's that fast dealing with the clock that Jay and I both missed it.
Toby has pretty big lead right now. Just going see, he's gonna go instead of going oh, with the bonk though. But I was gonna say probably gonna get luggage now. Maybe back it up with a different moon. We missed that.
Maybe. Yeah, he's going over here to this moon.
Interesting to see what he thinks of doing as a backup on top of his head.
He could just like swing around and go for the moon again, or he could get a backup moon.
Oh, okay. Looks like he's gonna get it back. He's gonna go back and get it again. I'm gonna say if you were to get a backup moon, Sphinx probably would have been the best one. I can't really think of anything else that's like right there.
With this route, I'm trying to think of what. Oh no! Not again! Oh, Toby, that's the worst. It hurts.
That is especially not good. Now he might have to try it again because it's only he's gonna get Sphinx spin. It's definitely gonna give Rox a decent advantage with the bonk too.
Right. Rox did that moon here. I mean, I guess I was gonna say maybe go into town to shop, but he doesn't have enough coins. Sorry, Toby.
Third tries the charm.
Yes.
Oh wait, Rox is doing reverse Jaxi. Very interesting choice. Not saving time with it, with struggling to get up to the pillar moon.
I think he was having trouble getting his wall jump off, is what it looked like to me.
Looks like Rox is in the lead now. Those two bonks were definitely very fatal for Toby.
Yeah, I mean, some bonks only lose you a second or two, but those bonks that Toby took cost him a lot of time each, because he had to swing all the way back around to get that bullet bill. Yeah, so despite the issues that Rox had in Cascade, he will be leaving ahead of Toby, mostly due to those two bonks on that bullet bill moon. So maybe listening to a good song there, jamming out a little bit. You know, some gamers do like to listen to music while they're playing. I have a friend who used to like to listen to Christmas music while he was speedrunning. No matter what the season was. And it worked for him, so.
Like Christmas music gets a little old after a while, you know?
For some
I listen to
people.
it so many times. Yeah. Both runners are entering lake. Not too much going on here. Don't imagine either going for a lake clip.
I
Despite the
wouldn't think
Rango.
so.
Yeah, pretty tricky.
Late clip, not only do you have to clip out of bounds, it requires a complex out of bounds sequence in order for you to save the time.
I mean, we even have runners in like the B division and like the A division not going for lake clip.
And sometimes in PB attempts, runners will try for more tricky clips or tricks, but in a race scenario, they tend to go for what's more consistent.
Yeah.
You know, even one of the most consistent people in the world at DSS, Tyrone, oftentimes won't even go for DSS in races, so. A little bit of issue there with Rango for rocks.
This is enough for Toby to get it pretty much tied, actually. It's very close, at least.
Rocks is gonna be like one cycle on Rango ahead of Toby, I believe.
Yep. It's like it. Wow, back and forth. This race is pretty intense so far.
I mean, I said one of the best. It's hard to say, you know, who exactly is the best at one trick. But there are people that are at the top for certain tricks.
Yeah, I mean, DSS is like, it's crazy how consistent like even anyone gets at it, because like it's so precise of a trick, and the fact that people are able to get it like pretty much very consistently, it's just kind of insane.
Yeah, maybe like 90% of the time or something like that.
Yeah.
They're not that you're biased towards Dansta or anything, you know? Coming in here to Wooded, we're pretty close, within like 5 seconds of each other. Probably gonna see a route without nut clip.
Yeah, very understandable. Nut clip is very tricky, and there's like 5 different things that can go wrong if you if you mess up nut clip at all.
Similar to late clip, it's not only one where you have to simply clip out. It requires a complex sequence out of bounds.
Now it's like a second difference. This is like intense.
I'd say maybe like 3 seconds.
You're not with that bonk. Oh, both. Oh, a couple of bonks from both runners.
Sometimes you're just like, Mario, can you please don't?
Looks like both runners are going for different routes. Toby falling all the way down on the tree. Looks like Toby may be going for
It looked
intermediate,
like
whereas
Rock
Rock
was
is-
actually trying to do nut clip there.
Oh.
I guess I was wrong. He did attempt it, however, he did not get it. Looked like he was more going for a gate skip, though.
Okay. Oh, that is also not working. It looks like Toby tried to go in for it too. I don't know. Little scuffed angle.
I'm not sure if Toby was trying for it or not.
Kind of interested in Rox's route. Looks like he may be going for a warp route, whereas Toby is doing the intermediate route. There's a little difference in routing from both runners. Yep, Rox going for the warp.
That is an older route.
Oh! Toby
no!
falling all the way down. That is a terrible time loss. There's no checkpoints up there. That is very bad.
That hurts. Now he's on the wrong side of the gate, can't go through. He's gonna have to climb all the way back up.
That is very, very bad. You're gonna have to use the uproot. This definitely gives Rox a major advantage. That is a really bad time loss.
I'm not sure if Toby's had that happen to him before without, you know, trying to back it up, because it didn't really seem like he knew what he wanted to do to try and back it up.
Yeah, looked a little disoriented with where he was at the time.
You know, sometimes runners, if they make a mistake like that, they'll just reset and, you know, not have to worry about, you know, what am I gonna do if I can't reset.
Toby going for the roll cancel, going back and bounds. Very, very fancy strat coming out there. Interesting to see what his routing is gonna be, because he is behind the moon on what he would normally be, not getting the tall fence nut.
Do you think he knows that he's behind the moon?
I'm not entirely sure. Maybe see if he gets a story moon. 'Cause I think did he skip it?
Maybe.
I can't remember.
Well, I mean, he can always get it now.
I think you have to anyway. I'm not entirely. I can't remember exactly. Pretty sure he is behind the moon.
Well, if he is behind the moon, let's just hope that he realizes it so he can back it up somewhere along the way.
Yeah, Rox has 10 moons, now getting 11, and Toby only has 9. So yeah, he definitely is. Okay, all right, smart move. Going back to get the flooded pipeways. Oh, Rox with the death though.
However, that shouldn't
going
lose
to
him
the-
too much time, though, I think, because he got the story moon there.
Yeah.
So, luckily, if you don't... Oh, there it goes again. At least it wasn't deep woods.
Yeah.
You fall into deep woods, you can't warp out, you have to take one of the giant beanstalks, which takes forever to grow, all the way back up to the main area, which loses you a lot more time than taking a death. I was saying lucky for Rox, though, if you don't get that story moon or the checkpoint, you're going to warp all the way back to the shop if you die.
Definitely back and forth wooded again. Lots of mistakes from both runners, and like it's not all terrible. Puts up an interesting race.
I mean, wooded is a killer.
Yeah,
at
for
any
sure.
level.
Yeah, that's right. If it happened to any kingdom, it would be wooded.
You know, I've commentated races for runners with 56s and with 57s, and I've commentated races with 115s and 120s, all the way in that range, and every single time, well, not every time, but wooded is a killer for any range. Anyone on that spectrum.
I'd say at all skill levels, wooded is probably the hardest kingdom. Like just like all together. Because like Bowser's is typically harder when you're just starting out, but it gets easier as you keep going, I'd say. And Luncheon, it probably starts out a little bit easier and it gets harder as you keep going when you add Gorillas. So, but I think Wood is just consistently difficult for all skill levels.
Agreed. So I'll be having a little trouble there on Spewart.
Weighing out the full cycle.
Yeah, Spirit actually went all the way around his arena, when you should be canceling out every cycle of that. In an ideal world.
Like Rox is exiting just while Toby is getting the multi-moon. So pretty decent gap here, but if there's anything I've learned from this race, it's there's gonna be mistakes in the future kingdoms as well.
During Wooded, they've been bouncing back and forth this whole time. So
Yeah. See if this like Rox might not be going for fast ass. See if Toby decides to go for it instead.
yep, fast stats isn't necessarily required at this level. Requires a backflip into the hats at a precise timing in order to get them correctly. Saves you some time, but isn't really needed for sure.
Yeah. I'd say most like strats that are getting out of the beginner, like fast hats, DSDA, like wooded intermediate route. I'd say most of them aren't really needed until you're at least like a sub 110 level.
Probably even get better, even with the basic strats, if you have really good
Yeah,
movement.
I think the Tom Shi beginner tutorial got a 105 with its routing, but of course Tyrone was playing, so
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, that is with Tyrone playing, so
yeah.
you know that's like the best movement possible.
Wouldn't expect everyone to get a 105 with just beginner routes.
Right. Alright, Rock's got a good meme tree up, which is important here in Lost.
Definitely be difficult for beginners.
Leaves do have some hitboxes that can be a little confusing, and you can clip through them if you're at the wrong angle.
Toby's got it down too. Close.
Rock's a
Close to
little
rock.
facial expression. That was similar to mine too. I was like,
Yep.
it's not gonna work.
Missing the torpedo. Ooh. with the bonk on the under the bridge moon.
Ooh.
Gendo, watch out. He could get kleptoed here. That would be a terrible time loss.
Yep, he's got to be careful. He cannot go on the bridge. He's got to jump around the bridge. Otherwise, he will get clapped out.
You able to do that? Oh, death again. This is pretty even now. It's getting close.
He was trying to. He had the right approach.
Toby
Oh, but
with the
Toby!
bonk as well.
Oh. Now Toby's got to be careful too. Rocks. Rocks. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. He's like, okay, that's fine. I'll take it.
It's like Toby's going around. Maybe smarter play from here. Obviously a little slower, but could be the right idea to trigger Klepto.
Yeah, I mean, it's an approach to take. However, it's a lot slower.
Oh,
And not when you
doesn't
do
even
that
pay off.
either.
Yeah.
Oh, yikes.
I remember this moon being very difficult when starting out.
Almost thinking Toby, like, just trigger the iron cage if he's going all the way around here and not risk. Or no, maybe even go to the stone cage. He can just go to the stone cage there instead of going underneath the bridge. That moon is still there. That's what I would do if I was having difficulty like that.
Got it anyway. Try to do the up row try to get out. Very fancy.
Pretty much a wash between dying and going up, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, a few seconds at most.
These bonks have just
filling the
been
awning.
killer today, man. They've both gotten bonks at just the worst possible places.
Yeah. We should have a bonk counter. That'd be very entertaining.
For combined, we'd probably be at least like 30 ready. And here in Night Metro, the City Hall interior section is a precise movement section. There are cycles that you have to keep into account, as well as this pole here can be easy to get your jumps off wrong.
Yeah, Night Metro is definitely a very not a fun kingdom. No one likes Night Metro. It is terrible at all levels.
I mean, there really isn't a big change in the route or the movement at any level. You know, basically you get the same moons at every level, and you go the same path. The only difference would be, like, what path you take up the City Hall interior section, but otherwise it's basically the same.
Besides that, it's just like minor, like very minor movement optimizations, and also being successful at Mecha Wiggler. You learn real few things.
Mecha Wiggler can be fairly consistent if you know how to deal with the hitboxes and you know how to shoot properly. But you have to be... Ooh, Rock's got a really bad pattern.
I do not like this.
This pattern sucks a lot.
Okay, luckily able to fix it. And
He did pretty well with
Honestly,
it,
pretty good.
though.
Yeah.
Based on the pattern that he got, he did pretty well for what he was dealt with.
We had a question on if either of theirs are on PB pace, and Toby is +3 minutes on his PB, And Rox doesn't have it, but I just assume it's pretty similar scenario, so no PB paces, unfortunately.
I was gonna say, even without looking at splits, I would not say so. Just based on the number of mistakes that have occurred.
Yeah.
Let's see what Toby's second cycle looks like.
Hitting the last, or wait, that wasn't the last fireball, was it? Okay, never mind.
No. Toby took a little bit of an interesting way to shoot his Wiggler, but it ended up working out okay for him.
Rock's having trouble with this dram as well, but pretty successful wigglers from both runners. I've seen worse wigglers from better runners, to be honest.
Oh,
Those are
yeah.
pretty solid.
Definitely could have gone much worse for both of them. This RC car
Rock's
is a
struggling.
pain.
RC car.
It's a pain to control. It does not have good mechanics at all. The only place you really see high-level runners using the RC car is in an all moons and or 100% run, where you have to race the RC car for 2 moons.
Yeah, you really have to use the RC car then.
Yes.
I think, right?
Yes, you have to.
Okay. Wasn't entirely sure.
You can do scoot clip for the moon in the cage there, but when you go to the 2 races, you have to use the car.
It's like Toby opting for the RC car too instead of getting classic scoot clip. Understandable, very difficult.
Neither one of them is having a good time controlling this car. There is a more optimal path that they both could have taken, but like I said, it's a pain to control. So.
I think they might have tried to take it, but it was very scuff, hard to tell.
Yeah, Toby's beginning was pretty good, but I think just one of his angles was off, and then that was it. Oh, hello. Hello, Tyrone and friends.
Tyrone with the raid. Thank you very much.
Welcome in, gamers. I'm Nurse Allison Rose here with J707. We are here at the Cool Cat Gang race Rox versus Toby here in Metro Kingdom. Hope your gaming went well.
Yeah. Pretty intense race so far. We pretty back and forth, especially with Wooded and Kingdom. But it's kind of mellowed out a little bit more now.
Wooded was a killer, and Lost was a killer for both gamers.
Rock's getting a moon up warp just by cap throwing in like just the right timing. It's pretty fancy.
Rox's face there.
So
Rox's
close.
facial expressions have been on point so far. Yep, that was pretty much the face.
Hey, Rock has a pretty big lead out of Day Metro. Just getting the final people room. I hope nothing wrong goes here. It's not that bad with the movement.
It's not like there's a place where you can really lose a ton of time in the people room. And it's basically impossible to die because there isn't anywhere to take damage. So.
We had a little trouble, but able to get the spin pound off of the moon. That is not easy. It's very tight space up there, especially when like the moon kind of puts you in an awkward place.
Alright, coming into snow, I'm expecting a route without Snowdream. But I could be wrong.
I mean, Snowdream is very risky, especially when you're not fully in tune with the movement yet, like these runners might be. You never know. It's pretty. If you lose, or if you mess it up, it is a very bad time loss. It's about 20 seconds per bonk on the trick
I would
jump.
like to think that Nurse Halston Rose is never wrong, but she is wrong from time to time. So. You don't miss, as the kids say. Yeah. I'm definitely not a kid, as was evidenced by the last race I commentated when they were talking about, oh, I wasn't even alive when Sunshine came out. And I was like, damn, I feel old.
I wasn't alive when Sunshine came out.
Damn. Jay. Killing me here, man. You could lie.
I think I was around when Galaxy came out. I'm not entirely sure.
Well, I mean, it came out in like 2006 or 7, so I would hope so.
Okay, then yeah, I would be. Yeah, 2007. We're good. One of the reasons that I don't like snow, and I feel like a lot of runners kind of share this, is a lot of the like hitboxes are like really kind of like not really janky, but it's like they're really weird. You have to like really precise, like especially with these like kind of threading yourself into like the door. It looks pretty easy, but it's honestly a lot harder than it seems.
This jump up here to the bridge can sometimes give people trouble too.
Yeah, sometimes you'll get I've heard of being calling a down jump, where you wall jump but you hit your head on like an imaginary ceiling, then just go down instead. Both runners in the same oh, okay. Both runners in the same sub area. Hasn't seen this in a while, to be honest. Hope you might be getting a little advantage from just general better movement. Oh, couple scares from Toby here though as well. Not the cleanest room.
These blowy joeys can sometimes give people trouble.
Ooh.
They're a little bulky. Oh no!
Killed the Goomba.
When you kill a Goomba, you might as well be dead. So.
I mean, ICC is a backup, but
No. No, it's not. Let's be real. It's not.
don't know what this movement is from Rocks. Kind of questionable. Not going for the best trick, the best roll cancel in the game.
Count Rox's dog wants his attention.
Let's go.
Hello, dog.
So yeah, Rocks is going to get this moon instead of Snowdram. Very smart choice, I'd say. I think Kobe is doing the same. I'm not entirely sure. I think, yeah, I can't remember seeing that. Ooh. This sub area is also a little janky that Rocks was just in with sometimes like your like Cappy will just get like blown away from you, or like there's some hitboxes that stretch out a little further than they should. That can also kind of mess you up. But Rocks did it pretty good.
It's not a viable backup IDK for almost anybody. So, yeah, no. I'm just going with a yeah, no, ICC is not a viable backup. And I don't think that's a hot take.
Yeah, I agree.
We go from the coldest kingdom right to the warmest kingdom. The way Toby's screen looks right now, that's about what it looks like outside my window right now. And the way that Rock's screen looks is the way that I wish it looked outside my window.
Pretty accurate. Pretty sunny out for me, to be honest. Sunny but snowy. Oh, Rocks messing up the Gushin sub area. This isn't a sub area. It's a I don't know. It's like an alcove, I guess.
Not technically a sub area because there isn't a loading zone or a door in between it and the main kingdom. However, a lot of people will consider it being like 2.5 dimension kind of sub area. Or area, I guess I should say.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to yeah, it's kind of similar like bullet building and like the inside of the city hall, where like it's kind of like awkward going moving any direction besides forward or back.
It's not even the intended way. These gamers are not supposed to be doing it this way. They're supposed to be using Gushin, and that's why there's water at the bottom. But you don't need it to get the moon.
I remember in my casual playthrough, that moon took me so long because I did not have the brains to decide to use the Gushin. I just tried to do the trick, like not even a trick jump, but that's when I like had no movement ability at all. I was struggling on that for hours. But I learned the Gushin works.
Sometimes even the most obvious things that the game wants you to do don't seem obvious during your casual playthrough.
Yeah. Yeah, it's part of the open world aspect of the game, you know? You're able to figure out stuff for yourself.
Exactly. There's 600 different ways you can do something. You just gotta pick one. Ooh, I don't think that Rox wanted to clip in there.
You're still gonna have to answer the riddle.
Hopefully he knows the correct answer. Okay, he's good.
I thought it was the third answer for some reason. That's a Wooded Kingdom. Obi had some problems with Twitch clip.
If gamers only run any percent, they might not even know the answer. But we trying very hard not to clip back in there like Rocks did.
Yeah, definitely a time save on Toby instead. It will just enter the sub area instead.
Right, yeah, definitely a time save for Toby. However, its movement out of bounds wasn't as clean as it could have been, so not like the optimal amount of time save. But I'm just being picky in that sense.
Both runners moving to the Luncheon Kingdom. I'd say it's a pretty tricky kingdom. It's one of the longer ones in any percent.
It has one of the highest moon requirements, so therefore it is longer, and the moons are more spread out.
Jump is pretty tricky for starting. If you do the backflip here, you need to like kind of hit Cappy in the center, so you get the full bounce off of him. Once you got that, it's easy.
One positive about Luncheon though is this lava here doesn't insta-kill you, so you can back certain things up even if you fall in.
Thank God it doesn't insta-kill you. That would be terrible. I would hate this kingdom a lot more than I already do.
Well, if it did insta-kill you, then Spiritless wouldn't be possible, so... Because there are some areas where you have to damage boost in order to make it work. So...
I think the concept as their route would be possible. I think there's enough moons, maybe, but it would just be insanely difficult.
Well, I mean, I think there's enough moons, but I just don't think you'd be able to get to them. But
yeah,
I
I don't
could be
know.
wrong.
It obviously wouldn't be faster, of course. You know, over the Toby has been slowly gaining time over Rocks. I don't know if it's just from better movement or Toby making less mistakes than Rocks, but it's definitely been getting a lot closer as we keep going. Getting close to being almost even again.
Could be a combo of the both.
Yeah.
But we've
Toby
been kind
trying
of
for fourth. Oh my god.
we've been kind of going back and forth this whole run though, so it's hard for me to say, you know, this one's been pulling ahead or this one, you know.
Mm-hmm. Both runners getting the Turtles moon. Honestly, a lot of people don't like this moon, but I think it's pretty cool. I don't know. I think that like the concept of like making your own stew / moon is kind of cool, you know.
Yeah, I kind of like it too, and I like that there's multiple turnips, you know, all over the kingdom.
Yeah. Rock's doing the spiritless version of that movement where you don't have the lava bubble, just skipping, and Toby doing the same. Okay. I mean, I respect it. Unfortunately, you have to take damage doing this. Oh!
Oh no, Rocks! Yeah,
Falling
he's
all the way
dead.
down. That's
He's
not
dead for
savable.
sure. It is faster, but you do have to also keep in mind that you have a health refill on your next moon if you do take damage.
Yeah, I think if there were no damage refill, it would be faster. So, and there is a way to skip there, not really skip the damage refill, but just like bypass it. If you grab the heart's moon, or not the moon, but the heart, at the very beginning of the luncheon square, it's a very tricky movement to do it fast and quick. But I think it might be faster. I'm not entirely sure.
I think it can be faster if you get like the world's most optimal movement.
Yeah. Well, Toby actually does have the lead, and Toby, I think he went for spirit or not spirit, lava bubble-less, the lava bubble-less move, but Rocks did it, but taken the death. No, that's so bad. Lava bubble just happened to hit the little peg and then despawn. This is very bad for Rocks. Toby now has the advantage.
Luncheon has a lot of areas where you can make a mistake. It's so big.
Yeah, with the 2 deaths and forks, and then with the lava bubble, this is basically, or not basically, but like a 40-second gap almost. This is very, very nightmarish for Rocks.
I mean, we still have Bowser's. We can sit there, Moon Cave skip. Could also be another place where that time can be lost.
Very true. Taking the bonk into the lava. It's alright. Grabbing the moon anyway.
We never call it till the end because, I mean, even just a couple of days ago, someone got Invisible when it looked like they were going to win it by a huge margin, and they didn't. So, you know, we never call it till it's over. Speaking of someone who just got invisible all the time. I don't know if they were lurking here the whole time and they just heard that and wanted to make their presence known or just came in, but hello. Just joined? Oh, perfect timing then.
Just by like quick mental math or whatever, I think Toby's ahead by about 40 seconds heading to Ruined. Luckily, for Toby, not much has happened in Ruined. Not very much going on. Could die, you never know, could die to the Ruined Dragon. I've seen it before.
This is a perfect time to do some plugs. So, if you, I believe it's SMO League. If you type in SMO League in the chat, there is a link where you can donate to the prize pool for the league gamers. These are the top 8 players, including very high level runners like Buster Doggy, Dansta, all those cool people. And if you want to type exclamation mark runners or racers?
Green Car Runners.
Racers.
Yeah.
You can give them a follow. I know a lot of you are probably in an ad right now, so you can't even hear me talking.
follow them anyway. You are good. Of course, shout out to the comms. Shout out to Nurse House Rose. Give her a follow. You can follow me if you want. I don't really stream at all, but you can follow. I wouldn't mind. And of course, shout outs to Saren for putting this entire league together, basically single-handedly, to be honest. And of course, this isn't the only league. There is the SM64 70-star open as well. So Saren is working overtime with this league, getting it all fixed so everyone's doing well. So thank you very much to Saren. Yeah.
Right now we've got our mandatory plugs out of the way. We'll go back to the gameplay, I guess. Watch them finished out. Finish out the fight. Yeah, we got Matsy doing the stats and other folks that have been involved.
Of course, shout outs to Rune Kingdom as well for being the perfect time for us to do the shout outs, of course, as well.
Exactly. There's basically nothing else to talk about. Welcome back from the ads. We basically just had ruins happen and nothing happened during ruins. So, shocker.
No deaths. Crazy enough. Anyway, it's time for a kingdom where stuff will happen, Bowser's Kingdom. This is very, very scary, especially for newer runners. There's a lot of very tricky and awkward movement, especially with Mecha Brutal at the very end. You can easily have mech meltdowns. I'm sure we'll see at least one runner kind of mess up mech, and that could decide who wins this race or not.
For sure. Mech can be a big killer of late game runs, especially at this level. Probably we'll see runners using the Pokio to get on top of the mech originally. The leg climb is a little bit more advanced and not necessarily required at this level.
It's like Toby is opting to not go for bridge ramps. That means he is doing the crates movement. Same with rocks, actually. Pretty interesting. I've seen 100 runners not go for crates. It only saves 1 second. So I guess if you're just not comfortable with bridge ram and crates movement isn't that bad, it can be understandable to go for it instead.
I mean, there's also the option of the Pokio moon in the shard section, where you poke the little hole. So they could potentially be doing that one.
Well, a slower alternative than both of those, though. But it is an option. We'll see if we really
It is a slower alternative, but I have seen it before.
Mm-hmm.
So. Probably the safest one, because there's basically no opportunity to die.
We'll be doing interesting shards here. I think I remember doing the shards actually, like kind of like with the Pokio, but it's been a long time. Yeah, it does look like Toby is getting the shards, man. Or the can I say glory hole?
Yeah, sure. I've said it before.
I know it's been called that before.
I've definitely called that before on here. So.
Ah, both the runners going for the whole moon.
Like I said before, it's probably the safest out of either of the moons. Like, you're not gonna die by doing it, essentially.
Yeah, Whole Moon is not much better than Glory Hole.
We see Toby here in Harriet.
Fortunately, going Harriet
Ooh.
first is a little time loss, unfortunately. So
That's just a lie. J707 is out here spewing lies. I can't believe it.
see, Rox is actually gonna win this race now. You know, it's actually confirmed that Topper First is better mech RNG. Believe it or not.
No, you're just a lie, and the mech doesn't even have RNG. You don't even know what you're talking about. This man. I can't deal with this.
Anyways, both runners done with their respective bunnies. Now I have to go do the other one. So realistically, it doesn't lose any time to go for Topper or Harriet first. But however, what does lose time is it looks like they're pretty much even, but Rox is actually behind because Harriet is slightly slower than Topper.
Right, yeah, some of the bunnies do take longer to do than others. Rox also did grab the checkpoint because he had lost a hit of damage and he wanted to grab it to be safe.
As you can see, Toby is done with Topper first, even though it looked like they were even. And now, getting the bunnies in and moving on to this is where Bowser really is the scary thing is mech. Get the classic mech meltdown.
Yeah, mech is probably where we're gonna see if there's gonna be a wide gap. Because right now it could still go either way. Even though Toby is ahead, it still could go either way.
Yeah.
But if there's a big problem with mech, which there very well could be, then it might kind of seal the deal.
Yeah, both the runners able to skip getting the crate moon because they do get the both Pokio moon.
Yeah. Let's call it that. Like I said before, coming into Toby's mech here, probably gonna expect to see. No, I was wrong. See, Nurse Allison Rose is wrong sometimes. Ooh, but he fell.
Falling off mech. But Rox is having problems too. He killed both of the Pokios. Kind of scuffed climbs here from both runners. Different areas, but both runners kind of messing up climbs.
So interesting here. This is an interesting. Whoa, okay. This is something.
Ooh.
So Toby actually did make it almost all the way up and made it up to the first bubble, bonked, then took the leg, now fell off again. Oh man, this is ooh,
this is a
mech meltdown. This is starting to be a mech we don't want.
And just like that, Rox is ahead. No way. It's crazy.
Okay, no!
Oh!
Oh!
No, Rox is
Curse,
taking the
man.
fall. Oh. Did Toby get back up correctly? Yeah, okay.
Now he's gotta watch out for those ears. Those ears are a killer.
Oh.
That's what killed Rox, and now it's killing Toby, and now Toby's on 1 health. Okay, Toby's gotta be real careful here.
both runners have fallen off mech. This is insane.
Toby's fallen off like 3 times though.
Oh no! Now Rock's falling off the mech as well.
Okay, this is a mech, alright.
Hang on, I have no idea what's going on.
Now Toby's back to 1 health. Could very well die here. And now I've probably just cursed him into that. I apologize. Now Rock's falling
Rock's falling off again. What is going on? This is insane.
This hurts. Painful.
Oh, bubble? Okay, one more for
No,
Toby.
yeah, I was gonna say he's got 1 more.
I have no idea how many rocks has.
I think he's got 2 left.
Oh! Toby,
Rock's gotta be
able-
careful for those ears.
Wow. That
Wow.
was insane. Holy crap.
Well, okay. This has been a mech presented by Super Mario Odyssey for the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, it's still close. They both made a lot of mistakes on that mech. Both of them fell off several times. It's called Robo Brood because of it's called the Robot Brutal fight. The Brutals are the bunnies, the 4 bunnies, that's their name combined. And they're combined into 1 robot. So Robot Brutal, Robo Brood.
Well, Mecha Brood was like the same thing. Sure.
Yeah.
Call it whatever you want. I usually just call it mech. Doesn't matter.
But the reason that the people call it Robo Brood is because it's like a little robot together.
This is I'd say it's about like 10 seconds getting into Moon Kingdom. And I mean, anything can happen in Moon Kingdom. Like, it's not over till it's over, you know?
Yeah, I mean, both of them are probably gonna get maybe like a 116. Would be my guess.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
They depend on who a Mooncave skip goes and where Bowser fight goes alright.
I've seen races lost the surface movement, but looks like both runners so far have it pretty good down. Of course, Mooncave skip is the bigger trouble of surface typically. See how long it takes both these runners.
No,
Oh.
they're not. Neither of them are gonna PB.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay.
Just like that, Rox pulls ahead. Oh. Oh no!
No, okay,
Toby's
he's
falling
alive.
down.
He's alive
Okay,
though.
luckily not taking the death though.
That could have been worse.
Oh. It's intense.
Got his Mooncave
No,
skip on
Rox.
first try.
Yeah, Rox with the lead now. both runners are in Bowser at the same time. However, Rox is just a little bit ahead of Toby's. The way of the fire cycle. Unfortunately, nothing you can do to make the fire faster. But Rox is missing the I don't know what you call it, like hitting Bowser in the correct amount of time.
Yeah, neither of them are doing the fast hats, but you do have to grab the hat fast enough and make it over to the platform to Bowser and start punching him before he'll move to another platform. Yep, that was words. I know. Sometimes it's hard to quantify things into words.
Alright, Rox is out of the Bowser fight first. Now moving into the escape sequence. Spoiler alert, you can capture Bowser. Hope if you didn't know.
Yeah, BP, I'm sure you can sign up to commentate. Yeah, just join the... Yeah, not this race. If you join the Cool Cat Gang server, there's some sign-ups somewhere, right, Jay?
Before we can fill out. To get added to the commentary. Or stats, or whatever.
Or that form that Saren just...
There you go. Rox moving into 2D skip, Toby right behind. We'll see if we see a 2D skip. Nope. Rox playing it safe. Very, very understandable. You do not want to sacrifice the lead like this. Toby doing the same. Going for 2D skip. Unfortunately, no 2D SS. I'm shocked, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. What a shocker. Alright, as we're heading into the Pillars room, you can post some cat jams in the chat or any other various jam or music emotes that you wish.
The emote works. You might get attacked by Saren if you use tobithd. But besides that,
That's just a risk you have to take.
Anyways, if Rox does mess up Pillars quite a bit, it's a little shaky on one of them. This could be Toby's game. It's not completely over. They're of course also invisible or just taking a death platforming.
I mean, they're close enough that even just some bad shooting could make the difference. But it seems to be like it's gonna be Rox here.
Looks like it is the W for Rox. Very GG's. This was crazy race to watch from Division G. So many back and forths. But Rox is ultimately taking up the W. Closing out with a 1:15.42. Meanwhile, Toby struggles with the last pillar. But he is finishing up. Gonna be unfortunately a 1:16 from him. But very, very intense race overall. That was very fun to watch. Commentate.
Definitely, I went back and forth the whole time. Could have been either of them all the way up to the very end.
But we do have a winner. And hopefully we'll see both of these runners come in. Have a little interview from both of them. See how they're feeling about the race.
Welcome in,
Hello,
gamers.
racers.
GG to both of you, and Rox, I gotta know, how did your dog feel about your run?
She was being very distracting. Very. Yeah.
And how did you feel about your run?
I'm rusty. That was apparent. I'm not entirely thrilled that I got a 1:15 with a 1:06 sob, but it's okay. we shake some rust off. I haven't played the game in like a month. At least 90%.
Mhm.
I'm kind of mad that I choked on mech a lot. That was not fun. But I don't know.
You both had trouble on mech.
It was a really close race, and you can't really ask for much more.
Yeah. And Kobe, how are you feeling about your run as well?
Yeah, my nerves got me in the beginning. I fucked up nearly everything. The only good thing about this run was my luncheon because I golded it by like 35 seconds.
Wow. Congrats.
Thanks.
Yeah, I mean, it was unfortunate. Of course, Moon Cave, you were ahead in the Moon Cave skip, but that is ultimately what lost it, which is very unfortunate. But you played well up until then. It's pretty close.
That was easily the best I've ever done moon skip too. I thought with the way I was able to keep the speed from the rocket flower into it, that was the first time I was ever actually able to do that. Usually,
yeah, it was a clean moon skip.
Yeah, you got it in the first try, so
Mhm.
that's kind of what saved you in the end.
Yeah, clutch it out.
Alright,
Oh.
I think we're taking a little break after this run, but we will be back later today for more gaming. Anything else anyone wants to say before the wrap up?
GG's.
Both runners.
GG's.
GG.
Alright, back at 11:45 UTC.
Thank you very much for watching.